Hi, welcome to Dale's a Crowd. I'm one of your hosts, Roland.
And I'm the best host of all time, bestest host. I have the degree to prove it. I'm Philip, best host of all time. Fuck you, Roland. Man, we're really starting this episode great.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to do this, but let's talk about your mom, Philip. What's your relationship with your mother?
I'd like a relationship with your mother, Roland.
Damn, okay. You know, she's lost weight, actually. She's looking actually really good right now. Mom, props to you. You put in the work.
Oh, my God.
They're going to make a joke about this, but you know what? Props.
We're going to make a joke that you call your mom attractive way too much.
I don't call her attractive.
I don't want to continue this bit.
I'm just saying.
This isn't a bit. This is like a legitimate thing, people. Everyone listening.
No.
You guys know. I mean, like, I don't know if you've seen Roland's mom. Like, his entire family. 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I know Paul Rudd was just voted Sexiest Man Alive. But, like, if they had, like, Sexiest Family, your family would win.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
I mean, they wouldn't ask you to be in the photo shoot.
No.
They'd probably ask you to take the picture. But, like,
yeah.
Like, behind the camera.
Honestly. It's very... My family is very threatening. So I 100%.
I don't know what that means.
No,
I don't feel threatened by your family. Maybe your grandfather.
Well, no, like Campbell was talking about like how threatening they are because they're Aryans. It's just straight up like blonde, blue eyes.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't feel like your like blood family is like blonde hair, blue eyed.
What do you mean
like
my
they're
blood?
blue-eyed.
What do you mean my blood my blood family? I said blood.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that like the family that's married in is blonde hair, blue eyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except for Elle. Elle's.
Well, she's a bottle blonde. Yeah, I'm calling your ass out.
What is a Oh.
That means like she dyes her hair.
Oh.
Man. So Phil, have you been up to anything lately, or?
What have I been up to? I have been stressing out about kind of what we're talking about with this episode. I've been stressing about coming out with new pranks. I love pulling jokes, pulling little gags and gifs and sillies on my friends.
Little hoodwinks.
The fuck is a hoodwink?
It's like a...
It's a movie. It's 2 movies.
It is.
It's a great movie.
It's all right.
It's like Dougal. You ever seen Dougal?
Like when I was a kid.
Dude,
I remember
there's a
lot of famous people in it.
Dude, Kevin Smith is a moose.
Really?
He's a moose that does the voiceover.
God, he has like a hand in everything, I feel like.
He can have a hand in me.
Okay.
Wearing those big baggy shorts.
You ever see Yoga Hosers?
Yoga Hosers?
Yeah, like his daughter and Lily Rose Depp.
Yeah, because it was like...
That's a weird fucking movie.
It's in like the same universe as Tusk.
Yeah. The main character visits the Yoga Hosers.
Yeah, that was weird. That movie was weird.
Yeah. I was working on set, and there was this one girl that was like, yeah, I'm actually best friend with Lily Rose Depp. And you kind of have to, like, go with whenever somebody, like, name drops a celebrity because it's possible. Like, they could actually know them. So you just kind of like, oh, cool. And, like, you might ask a good question or two. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I was like, I don't trust this person. I don't trust it.
That's such a weird...
Yeah, and I asked, I was like, how do you know her? And she was like, oh, we went to school together. And I was like, really? Yeah, like when we were kids, like we went to school together. And I was like, oh, that's cool. After I got off of work, I was like, I have to Google this. So I started Googling Lily Rose Depp, and she was like, yeah, she was in France for like she lived in France for a good portion of her early life. She was also like homeschooled and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, noted. This person is full of shit. That's great.
Wow. That's, I don't know.
It's just like little things you notice.
Yeah, I feel like you went to extreme lengths.
To call this person out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Incredible.
Polly, I'm calling you out. I don't believe you.
Okay. She's not going to hear this.
I don't care. I just want...
Anyways.
What is that sound? I keep hearing rustling in the background.
Yeah, so I went ahead and got our new guest. It's a big surprise.
You don't have to bag them every time.
We're talking about pranks. Hey, shut your mouth. We're talking about pranks.
They know where my basement is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But this guy doesn't, because he's from New York.
Okay.
He's a group of 4 friends.
Oh, is it Jersey Boys? Did you get Frankie Valli?
The fuck?
No, that's New Jersey. That's New Jersey. That's on me.
What?
That's my bad.
No, we're talking about pranks. Who in pranks do we know that we watch on television in New York, and they goose and gas with their friends.
The Carbonara effect. True TV, right? He's like the magician.
I mean, True TV, yes. You know, I'll just go ahead and get him.
Okay.
He's a surprise.
I think that's for the best.
Okay. Okay, here he is. Go ahead, take off the mask. That's right. I got Q from the Impractical Jokers.
Where am I?
Hey, Patrick.
Wait, what?
Am I just in the fucking basement?
Yeah.
Wait, this is Q.
I understand there's this running joke of that Patrick looks like literally everybody. But no, this is not. If anything. No.
I do look like you. A little bit.
No. More like Sal.
It's just because, like...
No, more like
It's just
Sal.
because, like, every girl thinks Q's the hottest. That you don't want to give me that for some reason. Because
Okay, what girl is talking about Impractical Jokers? Be honest.
The nice girls.
We talk about Patrick a lot.
Yes.
Not, like, negatively all the time. But we do talk about Patrick. And now we brought him in here for everyone to hear how much of a wild card this man is. So go ahead, say some wild card things. Gotta lubricate the throat.
Hey, I'm Patrick.
Wild card, baby. This is what I'm talking about. This antics every day.
I'm gonna just go ahead and bleep that all out so it just sounds like the most obscene thing you've ever heard.
I feel like that title has such a hold on you, and I never meant it to be that way.
I know, it's like, I don't even... you guys, you don't understand. I've been locked away for like months in a relationship with someone right now.
Wow.
I've lost the wild card is what I think.
Yeah,
I don't even know who that is anymore.
I remember
who's the new wild card now?
I don't think
No,
any
we're not
of
going
us
to get
are.
into that. We're not going to get into that.
None of us, sadly.
Yeah.
We've all like dropped the ball on that. The mantle is free for anybody to take.
Nate
All right,
needs
cool.
to
I'll
get
take
his-
it with force.
I was gonna say Nate needs to get his shit together. It should be his turn.
Nate
to be
needs
the wild
to
card.
be fucking toxic, and I'm fucking sick of him not being toxic.
Yeah, he's just way too nice, way too.
Talking about pranks, not roasts. What's going on
Oh,
here?
yeah. I'm just saying he's too good of a guy.
Nate is a
Yeah.
good man.
Too good.
Oh, I've had my phone open the entire time, and I was texting somebody on accident.
We're doing a podcast.
That's a shame. Yeah, I didn't even realize it. Well, I have it open because I want to talk about some gifts and gaffs with you guys. So since we brought you here, Patrick, why don't we start out with the big prank we pulled last year on you? We didn't tell you, hey, we're all gonna dress up in your iconic turtleneck to surprise you for Christmas.
So to give a little context, I think the first or second time I met these guys, I was wearing a black turtleneck.
Yeah.
Or not even a black turtleneck. I was wearing a wool turtleneck that my ex had given me. My ex that we had been split for a few months, not even that long. But it was a good fucking turtleneck, so of course
Yeah.
I'm not just going to throw it away. And I guess it became part of my identity when in reality it was cold as fuck in the crack house, which is where we always hung out. So a turtleneck just made sense to wear because, you know,
Yeah.
it's cold as fuck. But these guys were like, well, who the fuck wears a turtleneck? And like, the more they said that, the more I wanted to wear the turtleneck.
Yeah, we gave him shit for the longest of time, and I think
We
it's
still do.
Yeah. And I think it was Phil that came up with the idea of 2 months in advance, at least, of we got to get a turtleneck for New Year's. We're all going to be hanging out.
I'll be honest, I about started crying when I saw you guys with
Are you
that.
serious?
Really?
And the fucking funny part of it is I wore the complete fucking opposite.
Yeah, you
of
wore a V-neck.
a
Yeah.
V-neck. Who the fuck wears V-necks?
I it was really funny that we were like sitting there talking about it. Yeah, now that we think about it, would it be funnier if Patrick showed up and wore a turtleneck or didn't wear a turtleneck? And then we were all just like, but it'd look better if we all wore turtlenecks.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then Brandon started trying to drop you hints.
He
was like,
almost gave you guys away, honestly.
Yeah, he does that.
I don't know what he was saying. He was asking about what turtlenecks I owned. I don't know what he was asking, but it was weird.
Patrick, I've been one of the many that have given you a lot of shit for wearing turtlenecks, and I'll admit that. I've been working on set. We're doing some night shift stuff like that, and it's getting to that like really cold time, so like it's almost freezing degree
Feels great.
weather. And I'm not gonna lie, I saw the turtleneck that I bought for that prank, and I put it on, and I felt like the sexiest motherfucker on set.
Exactly.
It's funny you
bro.
say that.
I felt so good.
You know,
the entire time I was killing it, bro.
Right?
I was.
For some reason,
It was a game changer.
Two of my biggest inspirations to start wearing a turtleneck was Alex Turner of the Arctic Monkeys.
Of course.
Sexy motherfucker.
He's amazing.
And fucking who other than James fucking Bond? That man rocks turtlenecks, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's playing him. One of those actors, or all of those actors, I think at some point has worn a turtleneck as James Bond, because it's just like, I think there's like a Britishness to like turtlenecks or something that
I don't know.
There's
I will
this
admit,
class,
classiness.
and
Yeah.
sophistication.
Wearing the turtleneck to be Doc Ock.
right?
I was sitting there just wearing it, and I go, you know what? I fuck with it.
Yeah,
I know I
yeah.
give Patrick shit, but like, I'm gonna have to start getting more turtlenecks.
Yeah.
It just gives you this, like, it makes you feel more like grown adult.
It's
classy.
like people look at you as like, what a fucking loser, and then they put it on, they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I put on the
get it.
turtleneck. I had a jacket on outside of it, and I was
jacket?
like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm better than everybody.
It makes you think that,
Dude, I
remember. Okay, so we went to a little a series of plays that were being put on at the community college here.
Yeah.
We went because for Hannah.
Oh
Right?
yeah, we talked about that.
We
didn't go like fully into it, but like.
What did I wear that night?
A turtleneck.
A fucking turtleneck. And that Cameron guy, I think a couple of the others thought I was a fucking critic there.
Oh, really?
Because of the fucking turtleneck. I don't know. The turtleneck just because you don't really see many men wearing turtlenecks or
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, exactly. What is Steve Jobs if not a classy motherfucker? Dead motherfucker.
I was about to say he's
Yeah.
dead.
Classy.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of two friends, we forgot to mention that during this play there was one interactive bit where the teacher was very weird, very eccentric, and she was like, "Can I get any volunteers?" I was
And
like,
you raised your hand.
I raised my hand. I was
highest
like,
in
you know
that
what? I'll
room.
be there for you.
The first
I
to
got
raise
you.
your hand.
The only.
There was a minute of silence. She was looking around the room, avoiding eye contact with me until she just picked some random asshole.
He wasn't even raising his hand.
Wasn't raising. I was the only one raising.
You're
It still hurt me.
still a little upset about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could also talk about the fact that like that was also the night we learned you can't pronounce things right.
Yeah, I think I'm pronounced. I hang out with my grandparents all the time, and they pronounce the same things.
Talking about black?
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah.
Black.
Says it with like a hard A.
It's like
Black.
fine if you say it like that.
But like don't.
But in the context of speaking to a black person, when it seems like you're putting this weird emphasis.
Well,
on
somebody was
black.
talking about Phil's hat, and it's a
yeah,
it's
he was
gray
telling me,
hat.
he's like, yeah, where'd you get that hat? And I was like, Universal. He's like, oh, that's where all the best bitches are at.
Yeah,
Which, I mean-
No, he didn't even say where'd you get that hat. He said where'd you get that black hat. Like why?
No, he didn't even say black hat.
Who, me?
No,
Did he not say
No,
that?
no. The
and
guy
then-
asked
and then-
about his hat.
because it was all dusty. And then
Oh, okay.
Roland goes, yeah, I bet you can't guess what color it was before.
No, I just
Black.
said yeah. It used to be a
To
black.
the one black guy that was there.
Yeah, after you thought he was gay.
Yeah.
Well, I was just asking.
You were like, he got this
character
role
motivation.
because he's gay. And
No, I didn't say that he was.
Okay,
I was asking.
we're gonna cut that.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
No, I'm not cutting that.
Hate this.
But to get back to pranks.
Yeah, pranks. That's the topic.
Roland, you put something down as a prank you had in your past, and I'm very interested to know about it. Thank you for
What a
that, Patrick.
bitch.
Can't.
Thank you. We're recording a podcast, super professional for you to just whip out your vape and be like, "Here, you want a hit?"
People used to smoke cigarettes while they're on radio shows all
All right,
the time.
cool.
Yeah, I'm just a pussy.
Yeah. Okay. So, zombie prank, according to your mom. What happened?
I forgot that I put that. That's
I
fine.
saw that and I was like, I need to know what this means. I need context.
genuinely forgot that. Yeah, my mom was kind of an asshole. I don't even remember how old I was. I was like probably in middle school, and I was having all my friends over. Where it's like, we're like doing this like we're in the pool. It's like nighttime and just hanging out, and there's sounds coming out of the woods. There's like woods like right next to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we see like a bat like crossover, so that freaks us out. But we just keep hearing these sounds, and like I get out, and then like I hear these like this weird like moaning and groaning like a zombie, just like it just keeps louder and louder and louder. And like all my friends are like, "What the fuck is that? Like what the fuck is that?" I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck that is." That's freaky. I don't like that. And then next thing I know, this rock something gets thrown like right near my feet, and I book it. I like run into the garage where it's like super like slick, slip, like fall on my ass, like in front of all my friends. I like run in because I don't know what the hell that is, and I'm just like freaked out.
Wait,
And I hear what?
the rock got thrown at your feet?
A rock.
Oh, so not okay.
Shut up.
Thought we were talking about Dwayne
You're
Johnson.
the worst.
The Rock.
Anyway,
You said The Rock, I think.
This is why I tried to kidnap Q.
yeah.
Cute.
But then I hear laughter. I hear laughter from everybody. I'm like, what's going on? I just thought there was a zombie. And I got, my mom is laughing hysterically along with all my friends who are apparently in on the joke when she told them, hey, I'm going to scare the shit out of Roland earlier.
So your mom cucked you at early age, and that's what's led to your issues now. It's a wild card.
We're gonna.
Mom, I hope you're not listening to this because this is
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous. You guys have all met her. You've all said
I know.
hi.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I will never forget
Miss
your face.
Bollinger.
I'll never.
What's her name?
I know you did not have to say that.
Miss
Is it not Miss Bollinger?
Miss Ducharme.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Mrs. Ducharme.
Mrs. Ducharme.
Also, don't use that name.
what do I call your mom?
It's
Sorry,
Miss-
Roland's mom.
Yeah, just Mrs.
Yeah,
Ducharme.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Ducharme, Roland's mom.
Yeah.
Roland's mom, we love you. Thank you for giving birth to Roland.
Yes.
All right, next prank, because I'm tired of this shit.
All right.
Next
Next
prank.
prank. All right. Let's. While we're talking about things that are living in your woods, how about we talk about the time? I don't know if Patrick knows about this. I had like, within 2 days, convinced myself that it would be a funny prank if I lived in Roland's woods for a week, dressed as a Wendigo, and just started like progressively throughout the week, started like making my presence known. Just like in the beginning, just doing like elk screams in the woods and like having speakers everywhere. Cause like, you know, I could buy a $7 Bluetooth speaker and then just put it in different parts of the woods and just start setting them off. And then it was like progressively like, you know, like maybe like day 4, I would leave like a dead animal on your doorstep. Like a fake one, obviously. Like I'm not going to kill an actual animal. I'm talking like a stuffed animal and like fake blood.
Phil, you didn't tell me this part of the story. That's
Oh yeah, no, it got real dark real
that's
fast.
questionable.
And then I was gonna do like markings on a tree.
Okay.
And then like
I love that you think that during the week I'm really involved in the woods near my house.
well, I mean, day 6, I was like at night. I was
Yeah.
gonna knock on your window next to your like bedroom,
Uh-huh.
and I was just gonna sit there with like the skull peering in, and then just run off.
Nice.
And then day 7, I was going to appear in full Wendigo garb and just start, like, clicking and walking towards you. And you know, like, obviously, I realized, like, you know, I'm a bigger guy. I
And
probably
that my
don't...
grandfather has a gun.
Honestly, when Hannah brought that point up, I said, you know what? That's a good point. That's why I shouldn't do it.
Yeah. No.
But I
Are you-
love the
what
idea.
the
I
hell?
love the idea.
What
so
would you
bad.
have done if you just sit in those woods the whole time and he never noticed you?
Yeah, I can't hear for shit, Phil.
He's
That's why
fucking
I was
half
doing
dead.
like loud audio things. Like it was like things you couldn't ignore.
Uh-huh. You'd be surprised.
Also, I
ignore
have
those.
your grandfather's phone number. I could just text him and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna prank your grandson."
Yeah, you would be down for that.
So I mean, I had everything ready.
Apparently.
Like I had like backup plans and everything. Like,
How many of these prank ideas do you think of? Like, do you have a notes tab?
I do.
Yeah?
I have one now, and these are all pranks that I'm no longer gonna do
Okay.
because I've decided like it's too much effort, or like, you know, maybe it'd be funny to talk about it and then just do something better. So I have another one. Roland also asked me. He's like, I don't want to know any of these. Okay, so there was a second one that actually is the reason I thought of the Wendigo prank. It's because originally I was gonna dress as like a shadow man and move the dolls around Hannah and Nate's apartment.
Now I'm on board. All right.
And like
Now,
that was like I was all in for it, and I even asked Nate for permission to like scare Hannah with it.
Do you think Hannah like cleans her dolls like every night?
Man.
I don't know.
Does she still have that?
But
She has this
she-
big like glass cabinet.
Yes, she does.
She still has that?
Yeah, I helped move it in
Full
there.
of dolls.
But
She probably fucks her dolls. Let's be honest.
How do you...
Wild card.
What? Oh,
it's
man.
such...
Okay. So yeah, the only reason I didn't do it, first of all, Hannah lost the haunted doll.
Did she lose it or did she...
Man, I said no slurping, and here you are. Also,
Patrick, you're so loud. Just like in everything you do. I swear, we'll be on the other side of the basement. No, I'm going to bring this up. We're on the other side of the basement. We can hear you piss. Like, it's just
no
this...
way.
Yes.
Yes.
No way.
No, everyone knows you as loud piss guy. It used to be movie guy. It's piss guy now.
Yeah.
The other reason I didn't do it is because Hannah has access to Nate's gun, and I really don't want to get shot by Hannah. Like, of all people,
Her aim would be so bad, so I don't think...
Wait, what? I thought you were going to do this when nobody was home.
No, when she was there, like, I would be, like, moving stuff around. I'd be a shadow man. I'd stand in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Like sleep paralysis demon?
Yeah. What else do I got here? I mean, you guys know, I steal phones. I'll just, like, I'll grab your phone, put it in my pocket, and walk away, and just, like, pretend that you lost it.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, surprise, I got you.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. Have you checked your shirt pocket?
That was your fault, and Skylar and Nate will agree that was the funniest thing that could have happened.
Yeah, it was funny. Was it you or Cameron that kept stealing my phone and then propping it up? So
that was me.
Was it you?
That was me.
Every time I sat down, I would
he would get up.
Phone up and
I would put his phone sitting straight up like this and hold it until he started to sit down again, and then I'd move my hand at the last second as he sat down on his phone, and he would go, "Oh, how'd you get it to stand up?"
Wait, what was this?
This was Rocky Horror Night.
Yeah.
This is what we kept trying to call you.
Oh yeah.
And
you never picked up our calls.
It took you 5 times to finally be like, all right, I should take my phone with me when I get up.
Yeah.
And I looked at Cam, like, I would sit there at one point and I'd just show, like, I'd show your girlfriend, I'd show Nate and Hannah.
Yeah.
And I just go, hey Campbell, look, I got Roland's phone and I'm gonna sit it up. And how much do you want to bet he's still gonna sit on it? And you did. And she was like Campbell would just be like, babe, I don't know how to, like, come on.
Yeah. I had a good spirit about it. I laughed.
You were. Like it was, I'm so glad you were okay with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I used to steal people's phones.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was funny. I realized it's not. That's why I quit. There is one final one on here that I wrote down, and this one's dark.
Oh,
and
that's
I don't know
something for you to say. Okay, let's...
So I wanted to fake my death.
I knew it was gonna be.
Okay.
I knew it was gonna be suicidal.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like
this is a Hannah move right here.
Right.
Be like,
No,
oh my gosh, I want to see how much they cry.
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. I wanted it to be a thing of, like, at my funeral, everyone's like, oh my god, and then I just show up and I go, guys, it's me from the future. And then like
wait, how does that?
or like, it's me from the past. I came to see what my funeral looked like. Yeah. And then everyone would be like, Phil, what the fuck? Like, it just, everyone's just like, that's not okay.
Did you ever see Anchorman 2?
No.
There's this,
First
like, the
funny.
very first scene, Steve Carell's character does that.
So he stole your entire plot.
Haven't
line.
seen Anchorman 2,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't know. That happens a lot for me, though. Like, I'll be like, hey, yeah, here's this idea for a script I have.
Yeah.
And then someone goes, oh, yeah, have you seen Supernatural? And I go, oh, is that what that's about?
I feel bad because you were telling me about this script that you've been working on for the longest of time.
Wait, what was it?
I wrote a script about, like,
a fucking Wendigo?
No.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah. And it was like, yeah, this is what happens in episode 2 of Supernatural.
Yeah, I was like, Wendigo is like the second.
no, I was
And
talking
I was
about
like-
Merc work. When you were telling me about
I'm changing that up. That's
Hey, shout out to Supernatural. If you ain't watching it, watch it.
but you were telling
Still
me
haven't
like
watched
the plot of Merc work, and I was like, oh yeah, Mr. Right. And you're like, what? I was like, yeah, that Sam Rockwell movie. And you're like, I haven't seen it.
Bro, nobody's seen it.
You never told me that.
Yeah.
No, you said Hitman's Bodyguard.
No.
Look
Mr.
at him
Right.
changing his movies up. Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Okay.
Not Bradley, because he's not here. Edgar Wright.
What about Edgar Wright?
Is it about Last Night in Soho?
He's okay.
What?
He's okay.
What the fuck do you mean, okay?
He's okay.
He's a visionary.
He took everything from Sam Raimi, and guess what? Sam Raimi, he's okay.
He's just saying this to piss you off. At the moment,
I know it is, but fuck
Wild
you.
card.
No.
No, actually, I watched a recent video about how
Yellow.
Edgar Wright directs his movies, and he was going on about how Evil Dead was his biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
Saying he loves Sam Raimi, I was like, oh my god, it makes so much sense. And I'm like, well, fucking Roland, those are his two favorite fucking directors. Does he know that?
I love those directors.
So did you know that? Like,
yeah, I knew that he loved Raimi. Yes.
Okay. So who did you like first, Raimi or Edgar?
Well, Sam Raimi first because I watched some of the Evil Dead movies.
Yeah, wait, hold
earlier on, and
so that's one of the character traits I've known about you since I've met you, but I never really knew why Evil Dead. Why Evil Dead? Why is that the movie you talk about the most?
It's a good movie.
I mean,
it's
not a
good
movie.
Trilogy.
But for example, Phil, you like Star Wars, but it's not like you only talk about one Star Wars movie or just like Star Wars. You talk about other things, but like,
well, I like a lot of other movies.
I know
of course,
you do.
But
No,
it's
I'm not saying
something
you
that
don't.
me and Phil connect with, and that like some other. I don't know. It's just it's a very iconic movie. Like there's some very iconic props.
Specifically, Evil Dead 2. For
yeah.
me. Evil Dead 2 for me is like one of my top movies.
The first Evil Dead was just kind of like this indie, just dream. Like these guys came together. They were like high school friends. They made this script. They made this short. They got some good feedback, and they were like, "We're gonna make this movie happen," and they did. Like it took time. They kept getting like different producers and kept getting like different sources of money and stuff like that, and they took their time, but they made this movie, and it ended up being this just fantastic thing. And it was creepy, it was scary, but you could see that they were having fun with it. Like they weren't 100% serious.
Okay, if I was to ask you, talk about it in not in a film critic's way, but like what it meant to you. Like when did you watch it?
Like when?
Yeah, how old were you?
I was like 14.
14. Okay, so
that's about the same age for me. Yeah.
And that's how like you two like both already liked it before you met each other. Then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I think I found out you liked it because of like after filming with Zach one day. It was like the next morning, and we were like, "Hey, let's put on a movie." And I was like, "Let's watch Evil Dead 2."
You
were like,
so hyped.
You were like, "I love that movie."
Yeah.
And I was like,
"Yeah." I mean, you watch his stuff that he's done, and it's like, oh, okay, he's obviously very inspired by Evil Dead. That series for sure. Just like Sam Raimi's kind of like directing style too, and just like So I just always wonder. I don't even know if I've like.
Thank you. I think
wondered. I don't know if I've wondered enough.
Wait, are we talking about Roland or Edgar Wright?
No, Roland. And that like like I said, I've always known he's like Evil Dead, but I haven't really I don't even think I've ever asked him like the story as to why or when he watched it or.
It's everything about it just kind of fascinates me, like how he got that opening shot, like kind of like in the fog in the swamp, and how they got that smooth motion, and how they got this creepy, eerie sound effects for the Deadites, and I don't know, all of it just seems very cool, and I've always been a fan of horror. Like when I was a kid, I was super into monsters, like vampire, werewolves, all that stuff.
Yeah,
I was a huge fan of, and it just went on for the rest of my life. I don't know.
All right, well, so Phil, you said that was something y'all bonded on. So how did you get into Evil Dead? Like what? Well, was it as like monumental to you as it was to Roland, or just like it was just a movie you liked?
For me, all right. So it started out one morning. Nick, my cousin, and I were just hanging out at his place. We were watching. There were two movies that we could choose to watch. So it was like, well, let's watch one tonight and one tomorrow morning. And this was when we were both younger, and he was like, maybe I shouldn't watch like a scary movie before bed. And so the choices were Lord of the Rings, the first one, I don't remember what it was, and Army of Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And so it was like we were, watching, so it was like, all right, we'll watch Lord of the Rings, fell asleep like 10 minutes in. All I remember was like Smeagol became Smeagol. And I was like, whoa. And then
that's the third Lord of the Rings.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay.
But in the morning we watched Army of Darkness, and we watched the entire thing, and I was like, that was so good. Like I was like, it was so like funny and like kind of scary, and like the makeup looked good. I was like, everything about this looks really nice.
Yeah,
and
the whole thing of Evil Dead is like there's these creepy and scary elements, and there's this kind of dark, I don't even want to say aesthetic, but this feeling throughout, but also through the entire time it's fun.
Yeah. See, like And because of that, I was like, well, it talks about in the beginning that, like, there's like prequels before this.
Yeah.
Like, things happened before this. So I was like, well, I gotta watch the prequels. And that's how I ended up finding Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. It was just a thing of, like, I sat down and watched it. And then I watched this video about Evil Dead 2, and it was, like, all the behind-the-scenes stuff where it was, like, yeah, it was filmed in a high school gym. And, like, it was...
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, no, like, it was filmed in a high school gym in the middle of summer. And all that fake blood attracted so many flies.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And there was just so many things about that movie that I was like, this
because I think they use a lot of,
like, I knew the
sugar or something. Or
corn
some,
syrup.
Yeah.
Corn syrup.
I knew that, yeah.
And then, like, there was the one dude who played the hillbilly guy who, like, almost drowned when they were, firing fake blood at him.
And then Bruce Campbell, when, like, covered in blood, like, I think injured his leg. Was it? He hurt his leg.
Are you talking about when they were throwing trees at him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that like, just the filming of the first 2 Evil Dead movies is something that's so crazy, and it's, like, something that you wouldn't hear about coming from, like, a bigger name movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that to me, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's, like, I want to do that. Like, I want to be able to, like, put my name in that roster of people who've been, like, low budget film, but it looked good.
Yeah.
So is Army of Darkness a sequel to the first 2 Evil Dead?
So how it works is there's Evil Dead, and then they didn't entirely lose their rights, but when they made Evil Dead 2, they kind of had to, like, retcon it to where the first, like, 5 or so minutes, they basically, like, rewrite the first movie to where it's just, like, it's Ash and his girlfriend. And then in Army of Darkness, they couldn't even use the Evil Dead name, even though it was an Evil Dead movie. And they, like, rewrote that too. Like,
Did they really?
I'm pretty...
So
yeah.
the Sam
Because I was
Raimi
gonna say, they
Army of Darkness?
reused, like, the same shots from Evil Dead 2. And it's like...
They do, yeah. Now I'm thinking about it.
Evil Dead 2 had... like, it didn't have any, like, producers. Because, like, the production company was just a fake company made up by Sam Raimi.
Renaissance.
It was like the flower, and it, like, wilted. Like, that was, like, their
Oh,
thing.
wait, no. I think Renaissance was...
So did Sam Raimi, he did Army of Darkness as well?
Yeah, he did
it with Universal.
Yeah, he did All Dale.
So wait, what all movies did he direct?
He did...
Up until where I'm getting at, Spider-Man.
Okay.
So up until that point.
Well,
The
Army of
Dale
Darkness
of
came out
those-
in 1992.
92.
Yes.
Because it came out 2 years before Jurassic Park. My favorite movie of all time.
So he did the Evil Dead, let's say trilogy, whatever.
Yeah.
And then what else did he do before Spider-Man?
Darkman.
Okay, yeah, Darkman. I knew about that one.
Yeah. He also did this movie with Bill Paxton that I can't for the life of me remember, where he didn't use any of his, like, well, with the exception of one scene, he didn't use, like, a lot of his comedic, like, motifs of, like, when people get shot, they get, like, thrown back by, like, a wire and all this stuff. It was like this thriller. I don't remember it, but yeah, like, he had a good bit under his belt.
Okay. It is interesting they went with him, though, for Spider-Man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I always wondered how, like, the guy who did the Evil Dead movies is because he knows how to work with a low budget, and they wanted somebody... I don't
Well,
really...
Darkman was supposed to be... It was kind of like this anti-hero character, so he knew about the difference between hero and villain, and, you know, it was clear that he was a comic fan, and...
I think also it had to do with just, like, the fact that he can do comedic and dark.
Yeah, because if you really go back and watch this, like, his trilogy is pretty, like...
I mean, everybody always talks about...
2 is the perfect mix of the dark from Evil Dead 1 and the goofiness of Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Like, they both kind of, like... They're kind of, like... First one's super dark. Third one, super goofy.
The third one's, like, PG-13.
Yeah.
Really?
And then in the middle, there is Evil Dead 2, which is, like, great.
Yeah.
And
how did we get started on Evil Dead? I love Evil Dead, but this is not the topic.
Yeah. Patrick brought up Evil Dead.
I love talking about this.
He tried to prank you. He tried to prank you by just saying that your 2 favorite directors are shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's how it started.
But it was a good conversation, and I hope that, like, anyone who listens who likes movies would like to take
Yeah, I
a
think
listen to that.
I guess we were narrowing it to movie people.
But like, let's be honest. How many
I
people
like
listen
talking
to
about
this?
it. I just thought it was like interesting that they chose him for Spider-Man. But like, if you watch those Spider-Man movies that he did, yeah, they're campy as fuck.
I mean, if you
But
like
there's some
Spider-Man
like
2,
scary
where
stuff.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
The Doc
like
Ock
yeah.
scene, yeah.
Yeah.
Even the Goblin, it's kind of like creepy.
Ah,
And you wouldn't
Spider-Man.
you really wouldn't even see some of that in the MCU of today, where it's like creepy, like unsettling.
Well,
in a way.
Jameson,
I mean,
you
there are
slime.
some kind of like creepy. I mean, like the latest Spider-Man movie with Mysterio,
I
where
wouldn't call that creepy. I'd say it's threatening, but creepy. Like I mean, like
you see
horror
a zombie Iron Man kind of crawling towards scared people.
that's fair. Okay, I forgot about that scene. That was a great scene.
That was a good scene.
Yeah, that was really good. Mysterio, it was so fucking exciting to see Mysterio.
I'm
Yeah.
so
They
glad.
did
on the big
they did a good
screen,
job.
I'm
right?
so glad that we were like, why did we get on the topic of movies and then continue to talk
I know.
about
No,
movies?
Patrick does this to me all the time.
What if you have
this
movie
isn't
guy
Patrick,
on?
This is just us.
If
Yeah.
you have movie guy
this-
on, we're going
this
to talk
is-
about movies.
We did intro you in episode 1 as the movie guy.
See?
Yeah.
Talk about movies. I love talking about movies.
Honestly, like, if it wouldn't be for movies, I feel like a lot of my pranks would be less fun.
Dude, movies are...
Like movies help me come up with good pranks.
I think movies are kind of, like, underrated. Like, these days, underrated. People have forgotten what, like...
It's
how
too
important
much
they
of a
are.
business now.
Yeah.
Which I find very upsetting because that
Yeah, it
wasn't
really
why
is.
I was attracted to movies. I
It's
was
an
attracted
art, not a-
because
yeah.
exactly it's an
Well, I
art.
think it's always been that way, but, like, these days, especially so, because it's just remakes, it's sequels.
I mean, back in
And
the
then
day,
it's comic book
producers
movies.
used to be like also movie makers, so they
Yeah.
had the both of like, I appreciate the good storytelling,
Yeah.
and now people just pursue the producer job to just straight up be a producer. And
Yeah, just
get
for
that.
the money.
Yeah.
Just for the clout of saying, oh, I helped produce the next fucking Marvel movie or
Yeah.
something. Just put their name out there.
Yeah.
But they don't really care about the art of filmmaking. And I don't know, I think maybe that's why I've kind of fallen out of love with like the Marvel movies. Like I'm just burnt
Yeah.
out of Marvel in general. Like I have still not seen any of the Marvel TV shows.
Actually,
like that.
I was talking.
Same.
We were
Except
talking
for I've seen
about
like
this.
2 episodes of What If.
We were talking about this
Yeah,
on
is it-
Oh So Curious about like with Eternals, like there was really no hype.
Yeah.
Like there was.
Okay.
You know what's interesting
So-
about that movie is that the critics fucking hate it, but audiences seem to like it. And I would have thought
They thought it, yeah.
it would have been the opposite because the director of it directed this movie called Nomadland. I don't know if y'all watched
Which
that.
was.
I didn't even honestly.
It
I was
won
like,
some awards.
I just thought it was Oscar baiting. It was boring. I watched it at the movies actually.
What?
Yeah.
The Eternals?
Nomadland, which is what the director of Eternals had
Yeah.
done right before that. I was like, yeah, it's like it just feels like it was made because they want to like win Oscars or something. I don't know how to explain it. It was just like
Yeah.
like I'm into those super artsy fartsy movies, but it was dull. So like I see like a lot of critics have been saying the Eternal seems kind of like dull, which is like, oh, you would have, but like
Yeah, like
critics love
my boss
Nomadland.
went like crazy. He had like this half-hour. It was supposed to be like a 10-minute quick bit. He went a half-hour ranting about the Eternal. He hated it.
who?
His name is Daniel Kahn. He works with me on Oh So
Oh, okay,
Curious.
yeah,
Everything.
He thought he was so because he was talking about like how it's hard to deal with a lot of characters. First off, it's nearly not impossible, just nearly impossible to deal with 10 characters, introducing them and giving them enough screen time each to make you care for them.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do. And he was just saying, a lot of them are just kind of like very bland.
Yeah.
It's a long movie and there's like too many like
Establishing shots.
establishing shots.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
I was
what
trying to
that was
figure out
one
what
of
it
the
was,
complaints I heard about.
I
It was
haven't
like,
seen a trailer or anything, but the impression I've got was that movie looks like it's probably bland. And maybe it's because I've seen Nomadland and I thought that movie was bland. But I don't know, I have no interest in seeing it. I don't care what audiences or critics think. I just don't.
everything
I
I've
won't see it.
seen about it was like, yeah, every time that they go to a new place, there's the first 2 minutes of it are establishing shots.
Yeah.
So it's like 20% of that movie is just establishing shots of like, look at the cool place we went to for this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really don't want to watch that. Like, I wish I could like just wait till it comes out on Disney Plus so I can skip through that part.
Yeah.
But they did put out like hey, this is our first like gay superhero.
I know it
It's,
sucks because it's a very diverse cast and there's so much going for it casting wise, but the characters aren't fleshed out enough, and it's,
Well, the thing is like everyone was like, "Whoa, it's
Honestly,
crazy."
I didn't even know Angelina Jolie was in it until she was like praising Marvel for including a gay character. I'm like, oh, what? She's in that movie? And then I started realizing, oh, okay, it's got a good cast.
That was the thing. It's like it's got a big name cast, but it's like the whole thing with the gay character is like everyone was like, "Whoa, that's crazy!" Like he's gay. Like like they didn't like rub it in our face, and it's like, well, yeah, because most gay people don't just be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, like I'm gay. I'm gonna make out with a man." Like, come here, Roland.
Yeah, there's a tendency to make it like
Huh.
a character trait. So, oh, this is the gay character. No, this is
he was a character, and he just happened to be gay.
Yeah, that's how.
And I was like, wow, mad respect for that. Like, just
Yeah.
making him I mean, he wasn't a person, but like, he's like, just like making him human.
yeah.
I think my issue with why I didn't want to see it is just like I don't know who these people are.
Why should I care?
Why should I care? It's like I know it's just gonna be the typical probably Marvel formula, though I've heard this one switched it up a little bit.
Okay,
But like I can deal with the Marvel formula if it's characters I care about.
let me ask you this.
At the same time, like I didn't know who Ant-Man or Iron Man really were until those movies. So
I feel that. But let me ask you this. End credit scene, a little bit of a spoiler here. So if you're listening and you want to care, well, too bad. Everyone's already spoiled it for you anyways.
It's been spoiled.
End credit scene, they have Thanos' brother come in.
Yeah.
Who's named after the god of love and sex.
Eros.
Can you guess who plays him?
Who?
Harry Styles.
I actually saw a picture of it, and it looks...
normal ass Harry Styles with an Australian accent.
No, I don't.
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Yes.
What? He had an outfit on. What are you talking
I don't
about?
believe it.
I saw the picture.
He's not
That's
a big
normal Harry Styles for me.
He's not a big purple guy.
No. That's the thing.
What? Eros?
That's why I was like, it was like,
Wait,
that's not Thanos.
wait. Eros. That's what Eros looks like. He looks like a normal fucker.
That's what, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's a
I
big
know
deal.
he's
Like,
got
Thanos is like an Eternal. He just has the deviant, like,
he's just fucking
DNA
ugly.
or whatever.
See, that's the thing. It's
not about...
in
it's
Eternal Land,
because,
they don't like ugly people.
No, he's ugly because he has, like, deviant
Look
syndrome
at
or
everyone.
something like
Look at everyone in that cast.
Wait.
Beautiful people.
that. Oh, my gosh.
So wait, Thanos is an Eternal. Is that revealed in the movie?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone's known that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know, man. I think it's honestly the past years maybe just not. I just lose a lot of interest in like all these like Marvel and Star Wars because it was like kind of like an experience. It's like the next Marvel Spider or Star Wars
That's
movie. It's
why
an event. You go to the movies.
Yeah.
It's like, and now it's like, oh, it's just dropping on Disney Plus. It's like,
See, that's the thing too. It's like I've kind of wanted to steer away from like, oh, here's the new Marvel movie, here's the new DC or Star Wars or something like that. Like, I'm like, I want to see something like Antlers. Antlers was
really
a good break from like the constant stream of like, here's comic book movies and here's Star Wars. I'm like,
Check
I love
it out.
those.
Franchising.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm tired of having franchises shoved down my throat. Even if I enjoy those franchises, having it constantly shown to me is going to kill it for me.
yeah.
I will say Netflix has a very subtle approach. I mean, like, of course, big horror fan, but Netflix actually has some like really good stuff that was like original content. Like they had this miniseries that was admittedly based off of a book called A Brand New Cherry Flavor, and it was really good. There was
Wait, the name of the show is that?
It's called
Okay.
They had a couple other stuff that I never saw any marketing for, but have gotten like really good reviews.
Well, they don't have to. That's the thing. It's like, why do they don't really market a whole lot. Like, it's not like
No, I've seen tons of like, what is it, Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, and Gal Gadot.
If they market on,
Hold on.
If Netflix markets,
No,
I don't pay.
I'm gonna pause whatever you're about to say. What is her name?
Gadot. I thought it was Godot, but apparently it's not.
What are you talking about? It is Godot.
No.
I thought that's what the.
No.
I always say Gal Gadot. I don't know what the fuck.
I thought it was Godot.
I've always heard
I thought it was Godot too, but somebody
So
told
you
me
heard
it's
one
Gadot.
person on set
So
say Gadot.
was it
like a
one
fucking
person
idiot.
on set?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't on set. It was again, Oh So Curious podcast. They said Gadot.
Wow. Fuck you. Oh, so curious.
No, dude, they work on movie sets as well.
Well, we're better than you.
No, we're not.
We're gonna pretend we're better than you.
Okay.
We can pretend. I mean, it's not true, but like that's what movies are about.
By the way, I love this.
Except for
Speaking of movies, we got a guy who's been working on movie sets.
Patrick, you're not the host.
Oh. Is that a host thing to do?
I mean,
Yeah.
it can be. I don't know. I mean, if I did tell you, like, if Roland keeps like disappearing for sets on movies, like, you're gonna be new host.
I just want. All right, you feel you do that. Cut me out and you ask him because I want to know about.
Would you want to keep talking about pranks, or do you want to keep talking about this?
Well, I mean, like, do you guys have any pranks you want to talk about?
I was gonna talk about the Ethan thing.
Oh yeah, sure. Tell that.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell that about another story we're gonna tell about someone who isn't here.
Yeah. All right. Here's another story about someone who isn't here. Yeah, we didn't work on that segue too well, but
See the segue?
What was that?
The segue
what was
from
that? The segue was me setting that up for you,
Yeah.
and then it was like I threw the ball to you, and you caught it, and then threw it up to yourself.
Yeah.
And it was like, look at what I just did. And I'm like, yeah, but you just added an extra step to that.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's like that's exactly what you're like. It's like I don't know.
He's like Beowulf.
Beowulf.
No, don't say wolves around him. They howl at the moon. He loves that shit.
I do love that shit.
What's that mean?
There was a time at the crack house where randomly their house got ransacked with toilet paper, all of it, just all kinds of toilet paper, and it rained that night. So there was just all these disgusting wet slops of toilet paper.
I remember the toilet paper.
And
I didn't even know about it until like a few hours after it happened, and Nate came home. I was like, why is there TP on the trees? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I walk outside, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I remember how that was a big fucking mystery for weeks.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I guess it was like the New Year's party, right?
Yeah, we found out, but
Yeah,
Phil interrogated everyone. He was
it
like,
pissed me off because it was just like
he thought we drove down from Boone, I think, right?
oh, he called, I think he called me like twice. He was like, in your script, you talk about TPing. Nobody TPs anymore. I know you did it. Just confess.
That's a good point. But like, I mean, I'm not wrong.
I can
Yeah.
see where he
like
was
there's
coming
logic
from.
behind
Yeah.
that.
There is some
Yeah,
logic.
I understand. But
It turns out it was our friend Ethan,
of course.
who was home at the time for like military leave,
Yeah.
and he came home with one of his friends, and they just TP'd my house for no
He
reason.
came out about it the most nonchalant way possible.
Like I just brought it up.
He was like,
somehow,
oh yeah, that's me or something.
And he was like, oh yeah, I did that. I was like, I literally called you. I literally asked you if it was you, and you said no. And he was like, yeah, the other person that I did it with was there, and they were laughing about it. And I was like, I literally texted her.
Oh my gosh.
Made me so upset.
A mystery.
It didn't even like we never cleared that off. It's still there to this day.
It's
There's
impossible.
no way
It's
it's-
literally
yeah.
impossible.
How do you know?
It's toilet paper.
That doesn't.
Look
With
up
all
how
the
long
mouth-
it takes for toilet paper to
Yeah, look at like our sewers.
deteriorate.
Like, you know that there's a job where people have to go in the sewers and just clean out all the toilet paper?
Really?
Legitimately.
I
And
did
it's
not know
like
that.
huge globs of it, because like once it gets wet, it's like there.
Wow. I did not know that. I thought it was just paper and just kind of like went away, like eroded.
How often do you just like put paper in water and it's like a piranha solution?
Well, I guess clearly not enough, but I don't know. I just thought it's paper, so it just went away.
Just like all your other problems, you just throw it in water and they disappear, huh?
Exactly. I've had like 2 kids so far.
What?
Too dark. Too dark.
I mean, I just throw a prank to you in there and it'll be funny.
Pranks.
Oh, 2 kids. Well, who's the second one?
I don't know.
You had one too? Hey, Daddy Squad.
I hate you.
Phil, when are you gonna have a kid?
I don't know. When am I gonna find a girl?
You're just
Anyways,
talking-
movies.
Anyways, yeah. Back to pranks.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. This isn't a prank episode anymore. This is the wild card episode. We'll talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Fuck yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
This is more natural anyway.
Fuck you, Brandon.
Yeah, why do you say fuck you, Brandon?
I say fuck you, Brandon, because he doesn't show up.
Ever.
Why?
I don't know.
We talked
Because
about this a little bit last episode, so I want to dig into this a little bit more. So that way for 2
Because
weeks in
you
a
know
row,
him best.
He
Yeah.
complains to me all the time that
call him out.
he doesn't. I don't know that he hasn't got to see me like recently. It's because before he's like chill. We all because we started hanging out a lot over this year, right? We were
Yeah.
beginning of this year. We were hanging out every fucking weekend. He wouldn't show. He was like, that's too much.
Yeah.
And then now we put in some space, and he was like hitting me up. He came to Boone. I wasn't free, and he was pissed. And he kept saying,
I remember that. Yeah.
So honestly, I don't know why he doesn't show now. He's always apparently got pussy lined up. I refuse to believe that.
By the way, he texted the group chat. He was like, I can't hang out with you guys. I got the floozy. And I was like, what floozy does he have? What woman
Nobody
is
gets
there?
the fucking flu these days. You get fucking COVID or you don't.
Yeah.
There's no fucking flu. There's no cold. There's nothing else. COVID or you're not sick.
Yeah.
So the fact that he got the flu is bullshit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So the fact that I have like allergies right now, does that mean I have COVID or?
Oh shit.
No, it just means you're not sick.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
You either it doesn't matter if you have cancer, AIDS. If you don't have COVID, you're not sick.
Boy, I can't wait to turn that into a T-shirt.
Jeez.
Just plaster your face on it and be like, I don't.
I remember the first time like that really. Okay, I just tell this story. You were like with a girl, and Brandon gave you. It was the tiniest little thing. We thought you were doing good. Gave you the tiniest little thing of like, wow, you've changed, bro. And it affected you so deeply, and it clearly hurt you so much.
Wait, when was this?
This was
like earlier this year.
Yeah,
Because you stopped hanging out with us for a while.
For a little bit, and then when we hung out next, you said that again and be like, "Who changed? I haven't." Wild card, bitches. And you took off your shirt and threw it into the moving fan, and you're like, "Woo!" And then like,
what moving fan?
There was like we were at like Nate's house.
There's no way I would have done that.
We were at Nate's mom's house. I have a video.
Oh, yes,
I have a video.
Remember this. I do remember this. Now.
I have.
No, because Nate and Hannah were already living.
No,
not
at
Who was that scene? Was it?
Yes.
The one we do not speak about?
Yes.
And if you're listening...
Careful. That's right.
I already said last episode that my Twitter DMs are open. I really don't want the Dale's a Crowd DMs.
Nah, you know what?
With like...
I've slowly realized it's just me.
It's good you're coming to terms.
Can we please make
good.
I know I had you as the Joker at one point.
Yeah.
Patrick would make a way better Joker.
Let's go.
Like Jack Nicholson type vibe, but like with the...
Nah,
I was thinking Cesar Romero.
Yeah, or Heath Ledger.
Just like
I like Heath Ledger, you know.
No.
You know, just probably.
Maybe Jared Leto.
Alright, I'll take that. No, fuck that. Fuck that.
Really? You take that over Cesar
Wait,
Romero?
did you guys see the new, like, the alternate makeup David Ayer put out? It's just like Sharpie pen drawing the smile on.
Oh, was that
so bad?
Was that serious?
No, yeah. It's dead
I
ass.
thought that was just like a dumb...
No, it's dead ass serious.
You remember when
it was worse than what we got.
You remember how he really badly wanted to put out his version?
Yeah.
Yeah, after...
He was like, Snyder got his cut. Why don't I get my cut?
Yeah, Ayer
Dude,
cut. I remember
David
that.
Ayer has actually done so much. How does this man keep getting work? He's fucking garbage, bro.
What else has he done?
Dude, he's done like fucking he even worked on fucking what's that Brad Pitt movie? That was actually good though. He's a cop, not Brad Pitt. Who the fuck is it?
Mark Wahlberg?
Matt Damon?
No, but you guys are getting close. It's like a cop. He's like a new cop. No, fuck. Before Sunrise.
Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke and what's his name?
Oh, Training Day.
Training Day. He actually helped write Training Day. Dude,
Okay.
he's helped like in the Blade movies.
What?
David Ayer.
Really?
Did he come up with the some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate up?
Probably, bro.
That's a great line.
I remember I watched that.
That's
We watched that together at your place, and it was like the first time you'd seen it forever.
I was just I rewinded it.
You were sitting there,
I was like, "There's
and you
no
were like,
way."
No, hold on, put that back. That's not what he said.
That's not what he said.
And
It
we
didn't
looked
make
it up.
any sense.
We looked it up. Do you know where that comes from?
No.
He just said that on set.
No,
one
yeah,
day.
Wesley Snipes just said that. That's
He
what
just
it was.
randomly said it.
Yeah, I think the
and they were
director liked it
They
or
were like,
something.
man, that's really like that's
deep.
hot.
That's
That's
deep,
hot.
bro. Yeah.
We gotta put that in.
Yeah.
And like I just remember sitting there watching it as a kid and going, what does that mean?
Wait. Dude, I really just don't get how David Ayer keeps getting
What
work.
else has he done?
But they like keep coming to him. Training Day, the original Fast and the Furious.
That wasn't a bad movie.
End of Watch, Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey, other words.
Wait, what?
Birds of Prey wasn't good.
Wait, he didn't do Birds of Prey.
He was probably attached.
Wait. No, wait, he was like attached as a producer.
Okay.
SWAT, Dark Blue, Street Kings, End of Fury. Apparently, he was a writer. Wait, Fury.
I heard good things about
I actually
Fury.
did hear Fury
Is that
was
the one
good.
with like Brad Pitt and the
Yeah, I heard that was pretty good.
I watched that the first time.
And then of
we were
course
at the crack
Bride.
house.
Did you guys ever watch Bride? It was like
Terrible.
one of the first Netflix like original things that they had put out when they started doing it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it was right when they first started it, and I was like, "This is fucking awful."
They,
This is
like
what
they
they're
got
gonna do.
Will Smith and like
Yeah.
some other like
Joel something.
Yeah, what was
was
that?
it Joel No, it wasn't Joel Kinnaman.
I think it was.
No, because Joel Kinnaman is
You know, actually, End of Watch is
What's
not
his
bad
name?
either. It's actually pretty.
That's with
depressing.
Jake Gyllenhaal. And,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the
I heard good things about
guy
it.
from
Pena?
Ant-Man. Yeah, Michael Pena. That one's good. But I was like watching, maybe like Alien. Maybe it was like Alien 3. He was
Wait,
The Crow. The Crow 2.
Hold on.
The Crow 2.
What
wow.
alien?
Alien Dale.
Come here. Give me your hand. We do pawpaw slaps again.
It was he was originally supposed to do The Crow 2, I think, or something.
Whatever happened to the Crow reboot with Jason Momoa?
What do you mean what happened to it? I think it's still
That
in the
was
works.
a thing?
Yeah.
It's still a thing, I think.
What?
Is it still in the works?
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It doesn't need to happen. I mean, if they were going to cast anybody, Jason Momoa is fucking excellent casting, in my opinion.
It would be cool.
But like, it doesn't need to be remade is the thing.
See, I think we're all thinking about how cool that would be, but you have to think, like, he'd have to shave his face for that. Because there's no way it would look good with, like, the
No,
beard.
because...
I agree with that.
No, Tom Hardy in Taboo, he still had that full beard, and he painted his face, and he looked so creepy.
Yeah,
and
but
cool.
that's not why. Tom Hardy looks good in anything. All right? Tom Hardy's a sexy man.
Yeah, I recently rewatched fucking...
Venom 2?
No. I've never even seen the first... You
haven't seen the first Venom?
No.
How are you going to talk about
the
Eternals?
apocalyptic movie,
Mad Max?
Mad Max again. I hadn't seen it since it first came out that year.
Yeah,
I watched it like twice that first year it came out. I'm like, bro, this movie is fucking great. Because like
it's great.
over the years, I've been like, oh yeah, it was good, but like people act like it's.
There's only 125 lines of dialogue in that movie.
Yeah, it's really all about showing and not telling. Like it's like the perfect example of just how you can make a story with images, literally.
Did you know that? Who's the director of that?
What's
like
his name?
George
R. Romero
Miller.
Was it George Miller?
I think.
I think it sounded like
George Romero.
But
George Miller, I want to say.
Yeah,
I think so.
That sounds right.
He had his wife edit some of the movie because he was like, I don't want this to look like a guy movie. He's like, I want this to look like an action movie, not just like a guy movie.
Yeah. Oh,
and so like that scene where like
I think she said she was like, I don't know how to edit.
Yeah, I don't know how to edit a guy movie.
And he was like perfect.
Yeah. And it went on to win like editing awards.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because I think sometimes in filmmaking in general, you can get caught up in like the technicalness of it, and like this is how you're supposed to do it.
By the way, a great use of doing the blue and orange. Like it's overused all the time, especially like movie posters and stuff like that. But that was a logical and just amazing way.
Wait, what do you mean blue and orange? What?
Well, because they're in a desert for a lot of it, so of course it makes sense.
What are you talking about? Like the color grading?
Yeah.
The color grading. Okay. Yeah.
Because they color graded the shit out of it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And it looks great.
But like it's mind blowing. Like I'm sure you guys already know like how much practical effects there. Like it pretty much is. It's just mostly practical with like it's like what we like. I feel like I've been asking for and what a lot of people have asked: practical effects. And not that we're against CGI, but just don't rely on it. Don't use it as a crutch.
Especially if you're doing
add to it. It adds to it. It like adds where like we like stuff we couldn't exactly do 40 years ago.
Because a lot of times when you do CGI, and if you watch it like 10 years later, it's gonna look so dated.
Yeah.
Like the Wolfman with what is it? Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro?
Who the you said Totino's Pizza Rolls?
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought it was Anthony Hopkins.
He's in it as well. He plays his father.
Okay.
There's this. It's still like an amazing scene of where he transforms into the Wolfman, but they use CGI, and it looks so dated now.
Have you
But
guys
at the time, it looked amazing.
But now compare that to what was it, American Werewolf in London? That transformation, and they use practical effects.
I've seen those practical effects, like the ones that they used on set in person. It still holds up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like seeing it in person is completely different to seeing it on a screen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it looks so like flesh.
And it gives the actors something to really like work with and react to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why.
By the way, American Werewolf in London is such a fantastic movie.
Okay. You say that. Explain to me the scene with the Nazi werewolves.
Well, I don't know, it's just like a Jewish nightmare of his.
Yeah, wasn't it just a dream?
It's a dream.
Yeah, I know.
He's just
where's
talking.
it come from?
It's just talking about how he is frightened by this real life. This wolf fear, and just kind of mixed with like Nazi, which is like the evil thing. I don't know.
There's probably more to it.
It really threw me off watching that movie.
I mean, admittedly, it threw me off at first, but like
honestly, some of that. But in horror movies, when they just throw random shit, sometimes it works because it's like there's no rhyme or reason for it. It's just weird. It weirds you out. It's like what?
By the way, it's not the only dream you see. Like you see him like running in the woods, and you see him doing this and that. Like, it's not the only.
Honestly, it's like the only werewolf
dream.
movie that actually like scares me because it doesn't just focus on the werewolves. There's like the dead friend.
I love the
Dude,
dead friend.
It's that special. The special
walking
effects,
meatloaf.
dude.
Oh my gosh!
It's like he's funny, but like it's
Yeah.
also terrifying.
It's so haunting because like the first time he meets him, he's like, "You need to kill yourself."
Yeah,
Which is just kind of like an almost heartbreaking thing.
because you
for
know,
you.
like that's what he needs to do is true.
Yeah.
You know, it's like damn.
Oh gosh, I love that movie
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
a really good movie. And I've been thinking about that. We don't really get many good like monster movies these days, especially not werewolves. Vampires, god
Werewolves,
damn. They won't get off
get me
vampires,
started,
bro. And I guess vampires and zombies.
There are so many vampire movies because they think it's so easy. They just be like, "Oh yeah, put
Yeah.
fangs on them and we're done." It's super cheap.
Well,
and
first
effective.
cast attractive people to make
Yeah.
people go, oh yeah,
You know what's a great vampire movie? From Dusk Till Dawn.
yeah.
I
that's a great
love
movie,
that
yeah.
instead of the like it's connected to a bat, it's connected to a snake because I feel like that makes so much.
Well, what's great
more
about that is you don't
sense.
even realize it's a vampire movie until like halfway through
Halfway
the movie.
through! It's
like, oh, this
insane!
is a vampire movie.
You're like, I thought this was a crime drama.
yeah,
What is
yeah,
this?
it's like a totally, and it's like, whoa, okay. And it's just fun too. It's fun.
Yeah, that's like another amazing.
Like why we don't
comedy.
get like werewolf movies anymore? Like
Actually, that's not true.
I mean we do, but like in the mainstream is what I mean.
Because I showed you that one trailer for that one.
Yeah, you
werewolf
did.
movie.
Yeah, that one did look good. I don't know what it's
well,
called.
the
What was
problem-
that called?
I think I know which one you're talking about. It's like
It's like where they're on the train.
Werewolves
and-
on a train.
Howl,
Is it? It's Howl.
dude. Okay, we seriously need to sit down and
That
watch
one did
that.
look pretty good.
Yeah.
That was okay. So, just for a little bit of context, Roland and I talked about doing this show called "Change the Flannel," which we're planning on doing still. I think.
Yes.
Apparently, like a bunch of because it's all about like us watching and giving like commentary on like shitty Amazon movies.
There's apparently a huge subdivision of just like weird, crappy horror films.
It's weird, crappy horror movies, but not just that. So many of the ones we wrote down were about werewolves. And, like, I didn't even realize it, but, like, subconsciously we were like, man, that werewolf one looks funny. Like, Bubba the Redneck Werewolf.
Yeah.
That one was
Why
funny.
has werewolf been relegated to like B movie role instead of in the I feel like in the 80s, I guess the 80s is probably like the last time it was like a big could be
Yeah,
a
so
A.
expensive.
no, I would say the 2000s because there was Ginger Snaps, there was the whole like Underworld series.
Okay, yeah. I didn't think
But
about
the thing is, it's so expensive to do a werewolf.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to compare, like, oh, yeah, like Roland was saying, like, fangs and, like, make them a little pale. Or, like, zombies, like, do a little, like,
maybe
liquid
put like
latex.
some wounds on them.
But, like, a werewolf, you've got to sit in a chair for hours.
But you only really need one werewolf if you make a good enough movie. So you only really need couple people, whatever, probably, at
Oh, well,
at
no, like,
doubles.
even with, like, one werewolf, like, you still have, like,
I mean, yeah, you have
the
a lot.
prosthetics, the suit. Like, even if you made it easier and just made, like, a suit you can slip in and out of, like, you still have to make it look realistic enough.
Oh, I know an amazing werewolf movie. It's called The Wolf of Sleepy. Oh shit! What is it called?
Oh.
Is it a Sleepy Hollow?
No.
That's a Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah, I was like, what? Terrible Johnny Depp movie, but
I don't know. All right.
it's not terrible. That's far.
It's pretty good.
I grew up with it, so I do have a soft spot for it.
It's got a good, like, Christopher Lee role.
Christopher.
Christopher
Oh, that's
Lee.
right. Wait,
Which
was he
also-
just the judge, right?
He was the judge, but he had such, like, a good role.
Yeah.
The movie
Christopher
is
Lee's
called.
amazing.
Sorry. The movie is called The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Is
That
that the one
sounds
with, like, the
familiar.
cop?
Yeah,
Yeah, that one you showed me.
That is a fantastic movie. Amazing director and writer named Jim Cummings. Not the guy who plays Winnie the Pooh.
I was gonna say
This is a different
I
guy.
was gonna say that's also Jim Cummings. I think.
Yeah, he is fantastic. I love him. I oh my gosh, he did like another movie, and he's got a movie coming out now that I'm so excited to see. I don't remember the name, but
While we're on the topic of werewolves, what's the scariest werewolf you've seen in a movie?
that's a good question.
I would
because
really have to think about it.
I
don't know.
have two.
I mean,
Howl.
Howl, yeah.
Howl is terrifying. 'cause
We
it
just
looks-
watched the trailer. We have not watched
Yeah,
the movie
yeah.
yet, and just from the
Wait,
trailer,
Howl. Okay, wait. I was thinking of the Howling.
No,
The
not
Howling,
Those are scary werewolves.
yeah. Those are
Yeah.
I probably have to look that up. I haven't.
80s
Yeah.
werewolf
Yeah.
movie.
Dog
But-
soldiers were really creepy.
Yeah, dogs. Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Right?
with the Allstate guy.
Oh, yeah, he's in
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's the general, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
Howl, where they're on the train, they're superhuman. Like they're like not as much wolf men as they are like beast people. and it just looks like Alexander Skarsgård from Tarzan,
What is
but like
there's this-
super beefed up.
There's this one werewolf movie, and I can't remember it for the life of me. There's like, you see the transfer. I think it's one of the Howling movies where
Dude, there's like 8 of those.
I know it's
There's a
crazy,
lot of those.
but you see like it bubbling up to like where it's like transformation. You see it like. Do you know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know?
No, I've only seen, I think
Gosh.
it's
Wait, does Fright Night count as a werewolf? He's a werewolf, right?
That is a really great werewolf.
That was a
design.
good werewolf.
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought that was a fantastic.
But it was more of a vampire movie.
I was gonna
Even
say,
though there was technically
that is-
there's another
yes.
vampire movie that I'm thinking of, The Vampire's Assistant with
I haven't seen
John
it.
C. Reilly. There's a
Oh
Wolfman
my
in
gosh,
that.
the Wolfman. Yes,
Dude, that thing gives me nightmares
Yes.
to this day. It's like part wolf, part man, and also part alligator. And I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that it's human. Like, I don't like that it's like a person.
Wait, have you guys seen The Autopsy of Jane Doe?
no.
I've seen
Watch that movie.
I've seen
The
pieces of
title of it made me go like, oh, it's probably gonna be boring, bland. No, fucking watch that movie. One of the best recent scary movies I've seen in a while, and it's actually pretty scary. It's got Emil Hirsch in it. I don't know how you say his name. He played in Into the Wild, the main guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that guy. And it's fucking amazing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not even gonna lie. Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Okay, I'll have to check
Watch
it out.
that shit. Scared the hell out of me, not gonna lie.
So after you graduate, because I know you're about to graduate.
That's the
Ew.
Wolfman. Like, look how gross that is.
Yeah, I see the alligators now.
Yeah. I read those books. Those books were so good.
There's books?
Yeah. It's like there's
Yeah.
like 8 books.
Ah, fucking.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's so weirdly human.
So Patrick, I know that
Yeah,
you're about to graduate this
Yeah.
semester, right? Would you be interested in doing like some set PA work? Get like start from the bottom, go up, or
All this here and leap in.
yes?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, for sure. That's why I like wanted to ask you, like, what, how do you feel about it? You know, we've talked about it so long, but now you're actually doing the work. You know, even on the bottom level, still you're there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it now?
I don't know if everybody knows, but I do a lot of set PA work for different like movies and TV show. Right now, I'm the walkie PA and background PA, which means I'm responsible for whatever happens to the walkies, because walkies are a really big deal on set. Everybody has one. And also background, so like if there's like some extra, they're not called extras, they're called background, because it sounds nicer, I think. And also like stand-ins, you don't want to have the actor standing there. You want them to be able to relax, so they'll have stand-ins come in and have the camera focus on them. So that's cool, and it's nice having responsibility. That's my thing. Like, I still love making movies and seeing how they're made. I will not be doing set PA work forever, for sure.
I would imagine.
I doubt I'll even be in the AD department, which is what a set PA is. It's like a low-ranking AD.
Yeah.
Assistant director. It's a very general job. Like you don't a lot of times you don't have responsibility. Like you
just do what they need you to
Yeah,
do.
pretty much. So it'd be nice to be in like departments like props. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Just something
Have
more.
something set.
Just have something that you can sink your teeth into. Like
Pun intended.
yeah, really. But just kind of have like a difference in the movie. Like if you weren't there, then the movie would be like a tiny bit different. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
With PA work, like you have nothing to do. Like no creative whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what I've been worried about too. Is just like, that it might make me not enjoy
Yeah.
the process as much, because it's
I will say makes me tired of maybe working on this certain thing or that, but not once has it made me not tired of movies or how they're made. I just am a creative person, and I would like to be involved.
Yeah, for sure.
If that makes sense.
So like, what are they at, like hours like? Or...
The hours are. I feel bad for Brandon. I brought Brandon Taylor, who will future be a guest. Brandon, please keep to stay on here.
Yeah.
I feel bad because he was telling me like, the longest shift I've done is maybe like a 12-hour every once in a while, but really it's like 8 or 10 hours. Yeah. But usually you're on a set for 14 hours.
Wow.
Sometimes you're pushing that, and if you're extremely lucky, you'll get out a little bit early, but you'll get there an hour before crew call. You film for 12 hours, make the most of it, and then you'll be there for like an hour after that, just to kind of just make sure like everybody's good. You get, you know, just everybody's information at the end of the day and all that.
Yeah.
And I told Brandon, and I'll tell anybody that decides to work on a film set, talk to as many people as you can, because you make so many connections. Like I don't really put a resume in for like a lot of the jobs I do. It's just a matter of like, oh, hey, Roland, long time no see. Like, I got a job coming in Gastonia. Like, would you want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You know, it's just like those connections.
Are these like big budget things? I mean,
it differs. Every time it differs. Like, I don't want to say too much, but like I worked on like a very local movie. It was just like a crew of 5 people at most.
Yeah.
I've, you know, worked on really big budget. Like I worked on an Amazon show. That was cool as an experience.
So wait, when are these places not paying for you to like? I'm assuming you were staying in an Airbnb.
I was.
And they weren't paying for that for you.
They do. It's per diem is what it's called when you get paid for like mileage and stay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you don't get it as a set PA just because you're just so low.
Yeah.
In the thing, but you know, the longer you're there, the more like you'll get per diem and you'll get all these other stuff.
Mm-hmm. So like, did you like?
Which is another thing for to have connections, because you can be like, hey, can I stay on your couch?
Yeah. How many scenes would you say that you've noticed gets filmed typically on these?
Roughly, we do probably 5 pages of script.
Wow, that's it.
And it's like cut into different scenes. It differs because
5 pages of script. All of that gets done in a 14-hour day.
It takes a lot. Wow. Because they take a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of setup, I guess.
A lot of setup, and maybe they have to like redo it and all these things, and it takes a lot of planning, and a lot of times it's just like planning on the site.
So what's it like watching like? I mean, I'm assuming you get to see the directors direct, right?
Yeah.
So what's that like seeing them?
I've seen some really good directors, and I've seen some kind of questionable ones. A really good director has a creative vision. That's the main job of a director, is they have this creative vision and they're like, this is how I view this. This is how I wanted to be seen by the end of this. And then there are directors which are just they do whatever the DP, the director of photography, of tells them. Yeah. I was working on this one movie and it was just like, he was just kind of like, all right, Darren, like, you know, like what shot do you want to do for this? It's like, bro, you're the director.
Well, I think you're supposed to like
yeah, but like he wouldn't look at the footage. DP. He'd be like, all right, Darren, is that good? Like he was being an AD to the DP. Oh, that's not the job.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're AD
to the DP to the ELD.
A B C D D. Yeah. If you ever want to get into the PA work, talk to me.
His Twitter DMs are open.
Yeah.
We've talked about this last episode. Send him pictures of chickens.
But if you're not in the state of North Carolina, weirdly enough, join Facebook groups. There's a lot of like weird like
not like, those Facebook groups.
Yeah.
But like the ones for about film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you just said join Facebook.
Well, no. Like just join like Facebook groups that would relate to this. Be like, hey.
Wait, what's Facebook? Facebook.
Like, what?
It's Meta now.
Oh yeah, it is. Know?
Mark Zuckerberg is gonna fucking storm it.
Wait, Phil, what's a meta?
I don't know what's a meta with you.
Hey!
Pranked ya, man. That's crazy. Like that's how we're ending it now. So Patrick, why don't you end it since you're the wild card, and this episode's now called Wild Card.
By the way, sorry. Yeah, we ended up talking about movies, which is something that we all love.
Well, yeah, like we're definitely gonna have a few movie episodes in this. So like, if you don't like movies, I don't know. Just don't fucking listen to these.
Yeah, skip past it.
Yeah, there's other ones. You can listen to us talk about.
But everybody likes movies, so you might get something. Just give it a shot.
Yeah, maybe you want to get into movies.
But yeah, wild card.
Yeah, is that how you're ending it? You're just ending it with wild card.
I'm gonna end this with Brandon. If you don't fucking show your goddamn face in the next month, I will fucking kill you.
That's just a straight threat.
This man knows people from the black market, and you're threatening him right now.
All right.
Hey, don't make me bring out Ricky Ricardo.
So,
fucking kill you.
Patrick, why don't we talk about that time you called Brandon the...
Thanks for listening to this episode of Dale's a Crowd. We really enjoyed talking about movies, our love of movies, and a little insight in the movie business. We'll most likely talk about this more in future episodes, so we shall see. It's also good talking to Patrick. He's a piece of shit, but we love him anyways. It makes us laugh sometimes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to us talk and chatter. Make sure to follow and put us on notifications. All that basic shit. And it's also good hearing from you guys too, so please feel free to DM us, Snapchat, Instagram. We have a professional Twitter because why the hell not? Again, thanks for listening. And praise hell, praise Dale.